Hello there and welcome to the Star Wars Showcase YouTube channel. Today I wanted to show you a couple of tips and tricks for making your very own Mandalorian Commandos using some parts sourced from some very talented 3D printers. And so the first of those is going to be Gridiron Studios, where I got the helmet for our Mandalorian Commando. They do a ton of great military kind of G.I. Joe adjacent 3D printing, as well as some great sci-fi stuff as well. So I definitely recommend checking them out. I actually had the pleasure of meeting the team in person as they have their operation set up pretty close to where I live, and they are a fantastic group of people doing some seriously cool stuff with 3D printing en masse. Our weapon today was sourced from Anthanatos Unlimited on Etsy. I also recommend checking them out as they have a fantastic selection of both Star Wars and sci-fi, as well as kind of like near future military gear, so check them out. But for today's project, I had a couple of just older Mandalorian figures lying around. You'll recognize a Bo-Katan figure here. And once you plop that helmet on from Gridiron Studios, which has that really cool optic or night vision effect, which is removable, super cool there, I thought here we kind of had some space to do just kind of an easy kit bash project, a little bit of some repainting to match our different color tones, and really just put some of the different parts and pieces that I had lying around to use in kind of a unique and new action figure. So the weapon that I've got pulled up here, again, this is coming from Anthanatos Unlimited on Etsy. And I just thought it would be cool if, Mandalorians were coming down with, jetpacks and had equipment like this firing away. So really just kind of a fun rule of cool kind of build, but for a project that I was able to put together just using parts and pieces that, again, were already kind of lying around my little workshop area, it's certainly a fun little project. As one call out, I would also love to get a flight stand for this figure, as I think once you get the weapon in hands there, I think it would look really great from some different aerial perspectives, kind of looking up and seeing this kind of figure coming down, blaster or guns blazing. For some of our color correcting on this figure, I used the paint that I've got pulled up on screen here, as there is a difference between the Bo-Katan armor as well as the Gridiron sourced helmet. And using 2 thin layers of that blue paint on Bo-Katan's armor, as well as a healthy amount of gunmetal dry brushing, I've got the figure now that we've got pulled up on the screen here. The Bo-Katan sculpt here is really doing the heavy lifting, as I think this is a solid action figure already, and just with, a dark wash on the non-armor and the holster and belt parts, as well as that gunmetal finish on all of the rest, I think gives us a really cool looking kind of seasoned Mandalorian figure. And to give you a little bit more of a close-up on some of the armor here, when doing these color corrections, doing that gunmetal dry brush over everything kind of helps us blur the edge, because I myself am not that great at doing like one-to-one color matching with paint, but if we can get things pretty close using our paint colors, washes, and then dry brushing, we can kind of even the score a little bit there. And I've done that dry brushing on the weapon here as well. I think that's a very easy effect to do on our weapons that give them this great, very kind of used look here. And I think that in conjunction here, again, is just giving us a nice kind of seasoned soldier kind of look. And considering how cheap Bo-Katan and Casca Reeves and some of our other Mandalorian figures can be found for, this is a really kind of fun, easy shelf builder project and can help you build out, the background of a scene or just give you, a very cool, unique kind of OC sort of character. So as a quick call out, the steps I used when painting this particular figure is I always begin with a very thin layer of primer. In this case, I just used a Krylon matte spray on the outside. Often we use this to seal our figures so that paint doesn't scratch, but I used it really just to have a neutral primer layer. From there, I did 2 very thin layers of that blue paint from earlier on our armor effects, before then doing wash coats on the non-armor and the leather pieces, and that gunmetal dry brush on the weapon and armor itself. Once that paint has all dried, I then sealed it using that Krylon matte spray again. And that last sealant coat that we use gives us a figure that we can handle, that we can touch, that we can move around a little bit without worry of that paint chipping and those lighter Bo-Katan colors from underneath showing through. So let me know your thoughts down below on this project, if you have any other recommendations when it comes to making up Mandalorians like this, or different parts and pieces that you like when making these kind of more military-inspired projects. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you are a fan, please make sure to check out some of our other action figure tutorials, as well as our reviews of our recent Black Series releases.